Yo, 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 what is going on? What's good? What's happening? You know what it is. It's another Tuesday evening, and you are here for another edition of Black Bottom Podcast.
Or no paper, no phone, no texting, no writing, nobody telling me what to say. This from the brain, from the heart, from the soul, from the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got. I
get some water, eat some fruit, roll you a blunt. Have you a beer, get you a cocktail, drink you some juice. Because lead on pills alone, your lungs will kill you. Let's go.
Ever since we met last night, I've been trying to keep my distance. I just want to play my cards right. It takes one false move and you'll be gone. But maybe it's alright. I can't tell if it's the right moment, but baby, anyhow, I can't hold it in anymore. 'Cause it's starting to come out. It's starting to come out. I've been holding it in for too long. Yeah, it's starting to come out. It's starting to come out. And I can't pretend anymore. I'm yours. Never thought I'd even try. After just one day, it's special, yeah. But there is something in your eyes. One false move and you'll be gone. You maybe it's alright. I can't tell if maybe it's the right moment, but baby, anyhow, I can't hold it in anymore, no. 'Cause it's starting to come out. It's starting to come out. I've been holding it in for too long. Yeah, it's starting to come out. It's starting to come out. And I can't pretend anymore. I'm yours. Starting to come out. Starting to come out. Oh, I'm yours. Starting to come out. Starting to come out. Oh, I'm yours.
Oh my gosh, the music just turns me on.
Come on in, come on in, come on in. Grab them chairs and let's fellowship tonight. Show gonna be ready to start in a minute. So just check the vibe.
I know we all make mistakes. I know it's hard to change. Why wouldn't you when you know that you were causing me pain? And maybe I was willing to, but why did you let me give you much too much? I know what I expect. Tell me, did you mind? Too much I had to lie to be by your side. Mama sublime. I found myself, found myself, found. I found myself, found myself, found. Eu não tô magoada, nem amargada, porque fica zangada com peixe que não voa, com frio que não hormona, com deserto sem água. Não te posso forçar, sei o que não é. Não me senti segura dependendo de você. I never made it hard to hear, it was harder to say. Saí procurei. I found myself, found myself, found. I found myself, found myself, found. I don't wanna be, if this is what it means. Never ask you to die for me, just wanted you to try for me. I could never rely on you like you relied on me, like you relied on me. They say precious meant for shoulders, not for hips. You really dabbed me like I lift your lips. I could know the truth begin to fallacy. Afraid that I will see it's right in front of me. Found myself, found. I found myself, found myself, found. Lose my life and I will find it. Sometimes I need to be reminded. Lose my life and I will find it. Sometimes I need to be reminded. Lose my life and I will find it. Find it, find it, find it, find it, find it, find it. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da,
Let's have some asses wiggling. I want some perfection.
Come on in. Let's fellowship. Get some water. Get some fruit. Roll your blunt. How you gonna beer? Get you a cocktail. Get you some juice. But just leave them pills alone. Them mugs will kill you.
Não é só na vida que a vida, não é na janela que se olha. Há uma linha clara perto da saída. Fecha os olhos e você vai ver. Não é só aqui que sol ilumina. Coisas do além que vão além. Quando de repente é coincidência, nem precisa se esforçar pra crer. Apagaram as luzes pra eu ver. Saí da onde vim pra eu poder ser. Você mostrou o caminho pra eu andar. Eu disse é pelo mar que eu vou nadar. Não é só na vida que a vida, não é na janela que se olha. Há uma linha clara perto da saída. Fecha os olhos e você vai ver. Não é só aqui que só ilumina. Coisas do além que vão além. Quando de repente é coincidência, nem precisa se esforçar pra querer. Apagaram as luzes pra eu ver. Saí da onde vim pra poder ser. Você mostrou o caminho pra eu andar. Eu disse é pelo mar que eu vou nadar.
Oh my gosh. The music just turns me on.
Take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been thinking for myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like, oh yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone. away when you're away. Nights are sleepless. Do we need space? Yeah, maybe a break. Boy, you're my weakness. Give it, we take. The love that we make, it's my favorite drug. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like okay. You never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out of my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you. You got me feeling some type of way. You make me wanna stay in all day. You're the reason I can't get out of my head. I just can't stop thinking about you. 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 I just can't stop thinking about you.
Let's get ready to rumble. Hey, here we go, here we go. It's time for the show. Yo, you are here at the Ross Cast. Come on, let's go.
In this moment, yes, I cannot say what's wrong or right. It's not hard to fool me, 'cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yeah, either way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all, to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah, so set the bar back before the moment flies. So tell me good night, 'cause I'll find a better one. So set the bar back before the moment flies.
All right. Where we at? Here we go.
It's not a problem,
Peace out.
'cause I know what I'm getting into.
We back at it.
Nothing can stop me, 'cause I'm addicted to you and I realize I follow to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell you good night, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah. So set the bar back before the moment flies.
Good evening, everybody. Get on in.
So tell me good
Let's fellowship
night,
tonight.
'cause I'll find a better one.
It's another night. You know what it is.
Before the moment flies.
Hey. We are back.
You want to come home with me tonight? It's been a while.
So what is it this time? You just want to be held, or you want the LD?
What you think it is? I want the LD, baby. And then I want to be held. That's all right with you?
You know me. It's my duty to please that booty.
Peace and blessings to everybody that's tuning in right now. Hit the like button on the way in. You are here at the Black Bottom Broadcast. I'm your host, Ross Lee. I guess it's a special time right now. My family, my birthday is this Thursday, so everybody want to do something, for me as far as my family. So I'm gonna let them do what they gotta do, and then we're gonna get started with the show.
Go ahead, Renner.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dad. Happy birthday to you.
Hey! My daughter wants to give me a early birthday present. I appreciate
Blow
it.
the candles out.
I gotta blow the candles out. All right. Thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That's very beautiful. Shout out to everybody that's out here tonight. We're gonna have a very interesting show. Hit the like button on the way in. I am double streaming, struggle streaming. I'm on both my platforms. I'm on Facebook as well as YouTube. If you are not subscribed to my YouTube page, please go over there and subscribe to the Black Bottom Broadcast. Hit the subscribe and the bell button for all future upcoming streams that I do in the future. And thank you for all the birthday accolades. It's Thursday, but hey, if you want to do it for me early, I much appreciate it. Before I get started on tonight's show, I gotta give condolences to the family of my man Duck. Some of y'all might not know who he is. A lot of y'all might know who he is. But he was the founder and the main man for Bad Boys and Bad Toys. He's been in the game well over 30 years. He was a person that hung out with everybody. He was a person that networked with everybody. He didn't have a bad bone in his body. He didn't have any ill will towards anyone. If you supported him, they supported you. It hurts my heart that I found out that he passed on to the spiritual world. It hurt my heart that he's not here no more. It hurt my heart. I'm trying not to get emotional right now. I'm trying, y'all. Please, bear with me. I'm trying not to get too emotional. But he was a good man. He was a humble man. He was a funny man. He was a brother that if you did things the right way, he'll give you everything that you needed. And it's sad that he got dealt the bad hand that he got dealt with some years back. And I'm going to break down a little story for you. This story time. Let's get ready to rumble! A lot of people some years back want to shut him out of the whole social world and the whole circle as far as supporting. And I think the most illest thing that happened was that he had an anniversary some years back. I think it was like maybe it was up there as far as the numbers, but I remember it like it was yesterday. And it was at the Elk Lodge. That's on the south side of Chicago. Him and his team set it up, put the money for it, did everything they needed to do. But because he's always been his own person and he's always been in his own direction and didn't want to follow others that had other agendas, other mindsets, and things like that. He felt that wasn't conducive for the overall. Somebody had the nerve to blackball and tell a lot of clubs, if you go to this man's party, that y'all will get fined. And guess what happened? A lot of people didn't show up. Maybe a handful showed up. He didn't let that discourage him. He didn't get on social media the next day and rant and bitch and moan. He just kept going. He had other talents. He was a very funny comedian. He used to do shows at a lot of different comedy clubs around the city and in and out of state. His club was a Vanner club, so they travel. So they would go anywhere. Whoever deals with them, he deals with them. What upsets me about the passion of this brother is the phoniness of some of you people. Some of y'all people didn't really rock with Duck like that. Some of you people didn't support Duck like that. Some of you people phony kick it. And that's the problem with our black community. We be too busy phony kicking it and not being real. And then when something happens to a person and they go off to the spiritual world, now y'all want to act like y'all rock with that fucker, that man. And I am highly, highly upset with what I saw online these last few days after his passing. Because 90% of y'all motherfuckers didn't fuck with him. And he didn't do nothing to y'all. Y'all want to listen to a bum-ass, punk-ass, wannabe leader. And y'all decided to not support this man. And y'all need to be ashamed of yourselves. It's a shame, man. And what's so sad about this whole situation, the last time I saw him was at another good friend of mine's funeral, Jazzy Lady. And he's been watching my stuff over time. He's actually, if you go back to the archives, he jumped on one of my lives on my podcast. Gave me some good wisdom, gave me some good game. And that was the last time I saw him, was at Jazzy Lady's funeral. And he wanted us to get together and do some things and collab on some stuff. And we just didn't get a chance to do it. Real recognizes real. He was a real person. He had no ill will for anybody out here. If he was going to support you He did it wholeheartedly. And he did it for well over 30 fucking years. How many of you people can say that you got a club or organization that's been over 3 decades long? He started his club back in the late 80s when I was in high school. Okay? I didn't know nothing of that side of the world. Yeah, I saw bikers riding around, all this other shit, that blah, 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 blah. But he was a vanner. They're right up under the bikers. They're the social club unks and aunties of this world. If your so-called leaders will teach you anything, it's to teach you the history of the vanners, the motorsport clubs, the gentlemen's clubs, the car and truck clubs, the MCs. Thank you, brothers. Thank y'all for giving me a shout out for the birthday. Like I said, it's not the Thursday, but thank you. Thank you for the early salutations. But know your history. Know what you're a part of. Know what you're getting yourself into. Support those that support you. Don't get involved in the mess and the everyday niggerdom that happens. But what really upset me, yeah, he was a great brother. And I'm trying not to get too emotional. Give me a second. Give me a second, y'all. What upsets me the most is that a lot of you fake, phony ass niggas was giving all this condolences and all this love. Where the fuck have y'all been for the last 10 years supporting that man? Where was y'all at? I was there. Me and my wife was there. I didn't see you. I didn't see none of you motherfuckers. I didn't see not one of you. And y'all want to flood the timelines with pictures and condolences and all this shit. Y'all sat up there on his 10th year anniversary and didn't show not a soul. I remember that shit. Not one person in your circles came to support him. Why? Because a bitch ass nigga said, don't go. Because Duck wasn't on the same time as what the fuck this nigga was on. So he railroaded them. And he threatened you motherfuckers back in the day not to go to his shit. That was the worst shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. 2 years ago when I had my anniversary, I thought that was bad. No, Duck shit was worse. None of you motherfuckers came to support him. Hey, brother, how you doing, man? I'm good. I'm just talking right now before I get into the show. My utmost love and respect to that man. I remember back in 2015, 2016, when I was new in this shit. And I was new, but I had my own club at that time. I had been in it since 2011. But by that time, in 2015, I was doing my own thing. And I remember he invited me to one of his little backyard boogies. And if anybody know Duck, boy, he had a drink called Duck Juice. And I cleft, oh God, that shit used to get you right. And it did. And I remember he was a few of my old members that kicked it with him. We all went to some location that he was having it at. I forgot the location. You know, I know it was on the south side, but I just forget the exact location. And we was kicking it, politicking, you know, having a good time. He's setting out the duck juice. He didn't ask nobody for money for it. You know, this is like some special drink that he made exclusive, and he called it duck juice. So, you know, he was giving it to everybody. I swear to God, I ain't even gonna lie. And then I was smacked behind this shit, right? So he's getting ready to drop me off, and because I didn't have a vehicle at that time, and he was dropping me and a couple of my members off. And I'll never forget it. I was in the back of his van because, you know, he's a vanner. So 99.9% of the time, if you were in a van club, you got a conversion van. And I sat up there and I got sick in the back of his car. Whatever the fuck he had in that, it slammed me to the point where it's, hey, it wasn't going to hold me. So it let out. And I did it all in his fucking back of his fucking van. And he didn't even get mad. He didn't get upset. He just, you know, gave me something to clean it up. And he was like, hey, don't even worry about it, brother. I'll clean it up later. He didn't care about that. You know, the material things didn't matter to him. What mattered to him is that he wanted to network with people and good people and build relations that we can never forget. And that stuck with me, you know, for a long time. When he used to do his Monday night, you know, chicken and beer events at Born Losers, you know, hey, me and my wife used to go and just kick it and just hang out. Just a good brother, man. It's a shame that a lot of people that have certain powers in this made it real hard for him to stay in the loop how he was before things started changing, and how influential weak leadership can make people turn on people that might mess with you one day, and then the next day they don't mess with you no more. And then y'all want to turn around and give this man his flowers now. Y'all didn't give a shit about him. Y'all didn't care about that brother. Y'all didn't sit down and talk to that man. Half y'all don't even know who he is. Because trust me, you wasn't there, because I was there. And for those that did him the way that y'all did him, y'all time is coming. Your time is coming. I ain't talking about, you know, going to some other shit and you not here no more. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Your time is coming. Your popularity, your so-called status, all that shit is going to leave you. All that is going to be gone. Because you fake, phony, and fugazi and fraudulent.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Rest in power, Duck, please. Rest in power. And to his family and friends and those that's close to him, my condolences go out. My heart goes out. I just need to know the details of his homegoing. Because trust me, I'll be there. There's only a few people I mess with in this world, and he was one of them. And it's sad that he's not here no more. What's really sad is that the fact that I saw all the phony ass fucking accolades after the fact. That just lets me know that our people have problems. And it's a bad problem. We want to, give flowers to people when they ain't here no more. What about when they are here? What about when they still living and walking around? Did y'all go to any of his comedy shows? Did any of y'all go to any of his chicken and beer parties he used to do at Born Losers? Did y'all support him in his club? And anything they did? I can only imagine what they going through. I don't even know if Bad Boys and Bad Toys is even going to be a thing anymore. He started that over 30 plus years ago. That's dedication, man. How many of y'all are dedicated to something? One thing. One thing. How many of y'all are dedicated and loyal to one thing? So many of us flip-flop, jump from here, jump to there, jump to there. Whatever's popping at the time, that y'all say. He done buried members. I remember when Jazzy Lady passed, he got on live and broke down. It hurt my heart because I'm cool with Jazzy Lady too, God rest her soul. He was hurt behind that. And some of you fake, phony ass motherfuckers had the nerve to post all that shit y'all was posting. I ain't see none of y'all around them out on the ground. Not one of you. Man, he was a great person. Like I say, I'm trying to get myself in order so I can get on with the show and what we're going to talk about tonight. But I just had to put this out there because a lot of times, when I see a close acquaintance of mine that's no longer here, yeah, I might post it and stuff like that, but I couldn't post this one. I couldn't. It hurt me too much. And it just hurt me. So I had to fall back for a second. I had to decompress. I had to get myself together. It's hard to even talk about it right now. He was a good man. Humble ass man. Would give you the shirt off his fat back. And he didn't give a fuck. He knew he was fat and he loved it. And he didn't care. And he talked about it all the goddamn time. He was very, very much loving the skin he was in. And he gave no shits about what nobody thought about it. That big boy walk around with his shirt off like he said he was the sexiest motherfucker on earth. And had a lot of fans. Great brother, man. God rest you, Doug. Seriously. God rest you. God rest your soul. You're away from this madness. You're away from this world. You're away from this stupid shit that's going on right now. Straight up. I'm trying to hold fast. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm tearing up a little bit. But that's okay, though. That's okay, though. That's all right. That's right. His favorite phrase is that I'm fat, but I'm cute. He didn't care. He did not care. Lord, God bless him. It ain't too many good people out here in the world like that. It ain't too many people that gets blackballed from certain shit and still keeps going and still keeps positive. He stayed positive the whole time. Some of you motherfuckers know what the fuck happened. Some of you people might be watching in the bushes right now what I'm talking about. Y'all fraudulent as shit. That's why y'all shit ain't nothing. But now y'all want to give him his flowers. You didn't give them to him when he was here. And that's the one thing that I hate about our people. We want to give flowers to those that we don't fuck with after they're gone instead of giving it to them while they're still here and sound on the ground. Y'all fake as shit, man. That's why y'all shit ain't gonna go nowhere. That's why I had to move away from this shit. It got too fraudulent. It got too fugazi. It got too stupid. It got too ghetto. Half you people I used to go out and support, I got tired of looking at you. Because y'all ain't shit. I have no ties to nothing anymore. I can say what the F I want to say. %80 of y'all ain't shit. 70% of y'all cliquish as shit. 60% of y'all just fugazi. It's only a small percentage of you people that's out there that's still involved in that, that's actually about something and for something and stand for something. It's only a handful of y'all that really care about doing something for the community and giving back. The rest of y'all is fugazi as shit. That's why we're laughed at in this fucking city when it comes to that circle of organizations. Long live Howard Guyton, a.k.a. Duck. Long live him. You ain't gonna never see a person like him, ever. Not in this shit. An old head. You new motherfuckers, y'all got a lot to learn. You got a lot to learn. You new peoples in that shit, in this lifestyle, because I don't look at it as a hobby. So many of you so-called leaders call this shit a hobby and blah, blah, blah. It's not a hobby. Being a part of these kind of circles is a lifestyle. And you got to believe in it. If you don't believe this lifestyle, why are you a part of it? Oh, because it's a popular name at that time, or it's a popular thing at that time. Oh, y'all got it going on. You can get this and that, and, free, access to bullshit, DNP privileges. Okay. That this shows me that you didn't grow up with many privileges or things in your time. You probably didn't even ever had a date until you got involved in this lifestyle. Soon some of y'all get these so-called fake ass titles that y'all hold, y'all think y'all on top of the world. But that don't mean shit if you a shit person. I was the founder of my club. That's it. That's that. That's all. All I wanted to do was build it. Some of you motherfuckers claim I couldn't hang. I could have kept this shit going until I wasn't breathing no more. Just like that. I just got tired of being around some of you people. And these are my own people. I got tired of seeing the same shit every night, every club set, every event, every gathering, every community service, anything. I got tired of looking at some of you people. And I don't have no fucking remorse or problems of saying it. This ain't the day, and this ain't a smoke show. So I'm not going to even say a name or names, because there's plenty that I can say ain't shit. But some of y'all already know they ain't shit either. But y'all scared to change shit. Y'all nervous. Y'all don't want to ruffle no feathers because you think it's going to be a detriment to your organization. Stand up for what the fuck you believe in and keep it moving. If not, don't do this. Don't be a part of that. Yeah, it's a lot of shit I could have said. I just didn't say it because I knew it was going to be a detriment to my organization. That's how bad it was for me. You know, it was bad for me because I had unloyal members, a lot of them over the past 8 years that I had my club. It was bad for me because motherfuckers that was hating and envious used to go in their ear and tell them, why you want to be in his club? You can get this and that. I'll give you your own club. Huh, sound familiar? Sound familiar? You'd be better off over here. That ain't where it's at. Limp dick motherfucker. I clarify, God, I'm not trying to make this a smoke show, but I'm gonna let that go. But shout out to and my prayers to Duck and his family and his club, Bad Boys, Bad Toys. Like I said, man, I've been knowing him a long time. And he's always been the same person. He's always been 100. And he always fucked with those that really fuck with him. And for all of the phony condolences that I saw online since his passing, it's humiliating. I'm looking at some of y'all like, who are you? Where was you? Where was y'all when one of your council leaders told all y'all years ago to ban his fucking anniversary at the Elks Lodge? Where was y'all at then? Where was y'all? Did none of y'all show up? And you know what he did? He still partied like a motherfucker. Shirt off and everything. Belly just flying everywhere. He didn't give a fuck. He did not give a fuck that y'all did what y'all did to him. Now he's gone. He's in the spiritual realm. And now y'all want to give him praises? Y'all didn't fuck with him like that. So knock it the fuck off. Because I declare for God, y'all do this bullshit to me, when it's my time, I'm coming to haunt your ass. I'll be at your motherfucking, the head of your bed like this. Don't pray for me if you don't fuck with me. Don't give me condolences if you don't rock with me. Don't say shit online for me if you don't respect me. Go on about your business. But before I go any further, because like I said, I went on this tangent. I just had to get that out there, and I'm sorry if I might have got a little over the top and off putting as far as what I was talking about. I just had to put that out there. A lot of you people that gave these fake whack ass condolences, y'all didn't rock with him like that. Cause I know, I've been around him as long as I've been a part of that shit. When I was active in it. And it didn't even have to be me being active. He's just a good person. And I ain't see none of y'all motherfuckers at the last time I saw him when we put Jazzy Lady to rest. So fuck y'all. Like real talk. Like fuck your life. Y'all ain't shit. And if no one gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you. Y'all didn't give a fuck about Doug. Y'all didn't reach out to Doug. That man done went through so much in his life and still kept going. That man was homeless at one point. That man have been through ups and downs. He's had health issues majority of his later years in life, but he kept going. He didn't bitch and moan and get on the fucking app and complain about shit. He just kept doing him. How is it that a fucking organization that's 30 plus years in the game don't get the support or as y'all say, bring the city out when they're doing something? How is that? Yeah. How is that? Hey, Fave, how you doing? I see you, brother. Yeah, night of the night of the living. How is that? Y'all claim y'all all about this and all about that and all about this and all about that. Half of you motherfuckers don't know real fucking history. He is one of the oldest Vanner clubs out here in these streets. And he was still active in these streets. And half of you motherfuckers don't know who the fuck Bad Boys and Bad Toys is. Hopefully, the members that's still there keep his legacy alive. I would really like to see that. We're not promised tomorrow. We're not promised 5 minutes from now. Anything can happen. After I do this live stream, it could be curtains for me. I don't know. But what I will know is this. Regardless of what people have thought of me, no matter what people have thought of other people that I've seen that's no longer here, I've met a lot of great people in this world. And I'll never forget them. Duck, I'm never going to forget you, brother. Rest in heaven. And I mean that. And I mean that to your family. Shout out to all those that's tuning in right now, man. Hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, go on Black Bottom Roscast and hit the subscribe and the bell for all future live streams I do. Here we go. We about to get it started. Before I go any further, like you know I always do, this here show is sponsored by Ice House, Duff, Fiji water. Gotta put that love in your body. Like my man Big Mike always say, some juice and some tea. And the word of the game. I had to get that out, y'all. And I'm sorry. I went on a tangent and it kind of went longer than I just had to put that out there because I didn't post anything. I didn't say anything. It just when that news hit me, it hit me. I just wanted to just process it and do it the best that I can at this time. I'm not a perfect person. And yeah, it's a handful of people and circles that I really deal with, that I have relationships with, and it hurts when I can't talk to them anymore. You know, that hurts, but I can't harp on it. I gotta accept it for what it is, and that's just life, man. We don't stay here forever. It's 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 unfortunate, but it's just the truth. And take heed to those that's in your life, is what I'm gonna say. Respect those that you really know was really in your life, that impacted your life and gave you wisdom and gave you, strength, gave you guidance, gave you all the things that, hey, what's up, Diva? I see you. Hope my God, baby, doing good. Um, it's been a lot of losses this year. I'll say this. And for all those that has experienced a loss this year, I give my deepest condolences, and hopefully the strength for you to keep moving forward. It's not easy to lose someone that you care about. It's not. It's not easy. I'm not here to sit up here and tell you, oh man, get over it. There's no way. Everyone grieves in their own way. I've had losses and I've had to just, you know, do what I had to do. And, I think about those losses all the time. Sometimes it hits me harder than other times, but it's just life. We can't, get past it. You know, it's just as time goes on, hopefully it gets better internally for you to accept it. But it's never something that you can just brush to the side. I know it did, sweetheart. And I don't even have to explain it on here. But I know May 10th changed your life. 2009 changed my life. And a few other years changed my life. So I understand. We can't sit up here and tell a person they can't grieve the way they grieve, especially losing something that's a part of them and that they truly loved. Who are you to tell them they can't act the way they act? You're selfish as shit. All we can do is give them as much encouragement as we can. You're never going to get over it. As time goes on, we can only accept it and deal with it. That's all I'm going to say about that. But anyway, let's get started with the show. Y'all see the title that I got going on. We got a lot to talk about, and I'm trying not to keep this going so long. I know I see I done did this monologue for like almost forever. Yeah, we are already an hour into the live stream. Oh my God, we're gonna talk about some shit because out of all the people, out of all the persons, out of all the situations, Brittney Renner converts to Islam. the slur of this new generation, the new superhead, decided to be fucking Muslim? Are you? Oh my God! Lightning might strike this live stream. I'm. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, man. Thank you, brother. I know I don't want to take too much of y'all time. You know, I appreciate that, brother Johnson, one of my admins. You know what I'm saying? We in the house here. You traveling all over the world. You wanted a passport, bro. Nah, I'm jealous, man. I need to step up to your game. I need to follow your lead. Hey, cause boy, I forgot. We're gonna get to some of these conversations as this live stream goes on. But I'm gonna do a reaction. We're gonna play some stuff right now, and we're gonna go with what's going on. O'Shea Duke Jackson, shout out to him. If y'all are not subscribed to his page, I highly suggest you do. He's a very good content creator. He's been in the manosphere sector for quite some time, as late as 2015. He does a lot of celebrity news, podcasts and stuff like that. But I'm gonna play this video as far as what he's talking about, as far as how the Queen Tatiana of the day, now she decides she wants to be Muslim because she can't keep a hold of man. Ain't that something? You know, some of these modern day women, they just, they do anything for attention and clout. So we're gonna hear about this.
What? Hey, everybody, it's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Jump. Music. Guys, it seems like a lot of chicks are pretty much trying to reinvent themselves. And maybe it's because of their own maturity. Maybe they're learning, they're growing, they just don't want to do things the way that they used to do. And like my grandma used to always say, age does bring about a change until it doesn't. Some people are just forced to change, otherwise they're going to get left behind. We've seen this with Amber Rose. Amber Rose was an extreme Trump hater in 2016. She was a candidate for the slut walk. All of that was going down until we saw Amber Rose doing this.
The left told me to hate Trump, and even worse, to hate the other side, the people who support him. When you cut through the lies, you realize the truth. American families were better when Donald Trump was president. We were safer, wealthier, and stronger. A vote for Donald Trump is a vote to put money back in our pockets and good food on our kids' plates.
These kinds of voices, I heard some grousing about this from some of the conservative. This is how you change the composition of the electorate.
That was probably the most dangerous speak for the Democratic coalition.
Hold on. I gotta pause this for a second. If that griot Oswald Quasey is tuned in to my channel right now, peace and salutations, brother. I've been following him since the mid-90s. I used to go to some of his lectures when he used to come here to Chicago. I remember one lecture, we was at a storefront on 79th, out east. I remember he was at the Gold Dome. I went there too. And if he's on this channel right now, God bless you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. You are doing big things, and you've always done big things. And like I tell a lot of people, if you want to know true knowledge of African concepts and history and culture, follow Oswald Quasey. Real talk. God bless you, brother.
She's describing the experience a lot of people have, feeling that maybe if you're around too many liberals, you might get criticized too much, or you might not be able to speak your mind. And she spoke to it really well. And she's way more famous than any of us up here.
But that's crazy. Now, all of a sudden, Donald Trump isn't racist. She supports Trump. But why is that the case? Well, Amber Rose can't really compete with IG models anymore. And it's not because Amber Rose is not beautiful. That's not really what it is. It's just Amber Rose is just there. She's been there. She's done that. It's time for newer IG models that are younger to come into the game. And she just doesn't have the appeal with younger people like she used to. You know, she should have kind of upgraded her situation and kind of changed it up, you know, like 50 Cent. He was a hot rapper 20 years ago. Now he's a hot producer today. That's 50 Cent changing up his style, making a lateral move. So because Amber Rose failed to do that like Kim Kardashian, this is her lateral move. But she ain't the only person making a lateral move. Oh my God. Can't get a sound effect. Yeah, Brittney Renner is making a lateral move. Brittney Renner is one of the most famous people on social media.
One of the most famous thoughts
the
of
first
this era.
generation of IG models. We don't even need to play any clips of Brittney Renner getting drunk on podcasts, talking crazy, being belligerent, like we know that she can do. Nobody does it better than Brittney. We've talked about Brittney Renner roasting pearly things, just doing all kind of crazy stuff, right? But here's the one thing about Brittney Renner. She always felt like, you know, people took advantage of her. She was never really loved, and she let them.
I didn't understand my value, and they were just mirroring back that lack of
Hey,
knowing.
good morning to you. Yeah, where you at? It's 5:34 in the morning. Hey, shout out to you.
Chicago, nigga.
But for this to be right now, what you just told me, who's watching this with you, it's humbling right now. I really respect the work of Dr. Oswald Kwesi. I wish I still had all the videos that I used to buy on cassette tapes where he used to have his seminars and he would sell them. I had the Christianity one, the Judaism one, the one about Christmas, even the one that his wife had. You know, I wish I still had those, but it's still here, and I can still find clips on YouTube, and anybody that want to really dive deep into what he teaches, definitely go on YouTube and pull him up and look at what is on YouTube. He was taught by a very, 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 very smart man by the name of Benjamin Benjamin. That's how I do know. Did I get it right? I'm sorry if I mispronounced his name. Yosef Benjamin. I believe that's his name. But I know he was way before Kwesi, because Kwesi got into this knowledge back in the early 80s. Okay. And just kept it going. Every year he throws an annual tour to Kemet, Ghana, and all, you know, the African continents that they go to give show and tell lectures and things like that. It's a great deal. I saw what you're doing now as far as how you're doing it now and what you got all in store for it. I do plan on eventually coming to one of your trips. Trust me, I do plan on doing it. That is definitely an investment that you people, our people, Black people, need to experience. You experience those 2 weeks, Oswald Kwesi, when they take their annual trip, it will change your life. It will change your mindset. It will change how you move. It will make you look at things a lot differently than what you're looking at now. But that's another story for another time. But thank you for even tuning in. Oh my God.
I can't blame them for taking advantage. It was like I marked myself for clearance. And it was me trying to connect. Like, sex is better when there's meaning, when there's substance, when there's an understanding, when you have to work for it. Like, what are we doing? Sex without love or some type of bond is just exercise, you know? And when I took a step back and really started asking myself, like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't feel good. How can I change this? So that really was for me like an eye opener, just not feeling good about myself after.
And how did you change it? Or how will you change it?
I've been on strike since October.
And so what this shows me is Brittney Renner is a lady that obviously has never had any real guidance in her life. And, you know, she's went from guy to guy to guy because nobody, frankly, liked her enough to really care about her. And the guy that she was dealing with was younger than her and really could not impact her life in a powerful way. So Brittney, who was very sexually free and freedom of expression, came to social media in the last 24 to 36 hours and posted this clip.
First of all, honey, you know what I've noticed? In any message I share, for the record, always applies to myself. Like, I'm not exempt just because I'm sharing it. So I've noticed that we want to sign your sign. Mind you, we've been getting dreams, songs, angel numbers, that post that came across our feed that just so happened to apply to our situation. But we want the sign to be on the billboard in big red letters, lit up with glitter. And it's almost as if we're waiting for this moment to feel ready. You're not going to feel ready for something you've never done. That's why you have to get pushed. We're also waiting for us to trust the outside world and the people in it. But a bird doesn't trust the branch it lands on. It trusts its wings. And you should do the same.
That's different. Brittney Renner in
That's
Muslim
real
garb. But wait, there's more.
First of all, honey. So I'm currently cleaning house, out with the old and with the new, manifesting a new wardrobe, inshallah. I have no idea.
Now, apparently, this video right here, I know y'all can't see it. You just hearing the audio. I'm broke. I'm broke. I need monies. I need money. I gotta upgrade. I'm struggle streaming. But right here, what she's basically saying is that she's giving up all her thought wear and throwing all that out. She's sitting here wearing a hijab and, you know, dressing in Muslim garb. And I'm gonna see how long this gonna last. Hey, put a 1 in the chat if you think that she's not gonna make it to the new year still living up to this so-called new conversion in life. Because I don't think she is. I'll give it 6 months. But trust me, by 2025, I bet you she gonna go back to her old ways. So if y'all think the same way, put a 1 in the chat comments.
Idea how this is gonna look. I have contractual obligations, clothes to wear, posts to do, bills that have to be paid, and you know, showing up the best I can, right? Because I know that it's not going to be perfect. I know that people may have a gripe. I mean, my arms are out, right? First of all, it's hot, and then I sweat like a puddle under my armpits. Not an excuse, but looking into Botox under my arms and finding clothes that are more aligned with where I'm headed, even if it's not to the book perfect. That's what this is all about for me, is I'm just going to show up and give my best. And every day my best gets better.
So Brittney Renner is throwing out all of her old clothes and she's, you know, becoming a Muslim. She said it was a contractual thing. I don't think she'll play with Islam as a religion. She does understand the restrictions she's under.
Oh, no, it's all good, bro.
What does this remind me of? I'll tell you what this reminds me of. This reminds me of, you know, women when they have been in the streets and they've...
And for y'all that don't know, I'm double streaming, struggle streaming. I'm on both my platforms with this live stream. I'm on Facebook as well as YouTube. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube page, please go and type in Black Bottom Ronscast. Hit the subscribe and the bell button for all future streams I do. Like I said, I'm going to expand a little bit later down the road. I've been asked to do more than one stream because I really just do it once a week. But when I find the right niche as far as my schedule, in between my schedule, my family, and things of that nature, I will start doing more than one stream a week so I can get more traction. But I really appreciate the engagement that you guys are giving me now. Like I say, the name of this podcast is for a reason, because it's from the bottom and I'm building it up. And I'm happy for that. I don't need quick fame. I don't need some phoniness with this. All those that tune in, all those that support, all those that listen to what I'm saying, I am humbly appreciative of that, because you could be listening to somebody else. You could go to some other page, but for you to take the time out to want to tune in to what I have to say, it's a very humbling and appreciative thing. And I appreciate all of y'all that tune in.
Done so many things. So, drinking, smoking, dating guys, they join church, right? So they join church to rebrand themselves. In Christianity, you can become a born again Christian, which means that all of your sins are kind of washed away. And then you get those chicks saying, hey, you cannot sleep with me now until marriage. I'm now reborn in Jesus Christ. And, it might work for them, but the problem is it doesn't really work for anybody else. And then if you look at the rest of Brittney Renner's page, though, she's having a hard time letting her old self go because all of the other videos and pictures of her half naked are still very much up there. And even one picture is pinned to the top. So again, that makes it very difficult to believe that what she's doing is, is truthful. Maybe she will delete these posts. I'm not sure. But the thing is, Brittney Renner is a woman that's just begging for help. A lady like her that's going to an extreme form of conservatism is just like Amber Rose going to an extreme form of conservatism. They understand that this stuff doesn't work. Being out here, being a city girl, being a chick like that, partying, doing whatever you want, that doesn't really bring them any happiness. And they do want to be under the protection of a man somehow. That's why you see a lot of the ladies who used to be like on the right, like Sharika Souls, who used to be on Ghetto Gaggers. You now see those women, okay? You now see them, really going towards the right, the far right. And that is because there's been a lack of male protection. Nobody really cared about them, and they need leadership. And their life by themselves is not turning into anything. They're not getting anywhere. What's the point of being?
You want to come home with me tonight? It's been a while.
So what is it this time? You just want to be held, or you want the LD?
What you think it is? I want the LD, baby. And then I want to be held. That's all right with you?
You know me. It's my duty to please that booty.
Some of these professional slurs, I'm trying to be a little bit more YouTube friendly and not just blurt out what I would really say. But some of these people are trying their best to get in where they fit in. They've been doing so much effery for years, fugazi ass behaviors for years. They got something here, there, here, and over there, across the street, around the corner, in the garbage can, wherever the fuck it was. Now they starting to realize that their lifestyle ain't hitting on that no more. you know, when they start hitting that wall, and then when they start getting older, and then, you know, people like starting to fall back from them, they don't really, they don't get them opportunities like that no more. They old news. Brittney Renner is 10 years past her prime in the real world perspective, because there's someone right now that's 18, 19, 20 that's pushing her to the side. Now she wants, this is blasphemy. You mean to tell me out of all the shit that Brittney Renner has done over the years, now she wants to claim, and now she wants to convert to Islam? Tell me I'm fucking lying. I mean, man, listen. I'm going to just be honest. And I already know. She ain't going to make it a year. If she make it to the end of this year, it'll be a fucking trick behind it. But if she can continue on with that so-called mindset, that's a trick to it. But all she's trying to do is bait somebody to sponsor her, really. She need a man to take care of her. She ain't doing that for the actual culture of the knowledge of that in particular concept of spirituality. This is a joke, man. It'd be funny. It'd be even more funny if she tried to be involved in Egyptology. Like, you going too far now. Because that shit'll fuck your head up. It'll make you change all your mindsets as far as whatever you was taught before now, getting involved in that. You would think twice about that. But I'm going to let that go. I'm going to let that go. Because I don't see that lasting no time soon. Yeah, she wore out. She done wore herself out. Remember when she went to that one college, what was it, last year sometime, talking about, what did she say? I forgot what college it was. I know it was all black college. But she was like, watch your sons. Some crazy shit. Now you want to be Muslim. We can't take you seriously, sweetheart. We cannot take you serious. You done did all kind of shit online. Disrespecting men, throwing water on men, getting on podcasts. You just here recently had a fucking almost fisticuffs with Miss Pearly Things because y'all was trying to start a podcast and you got to fucking arguing with this lady and she said, fuck that shit, I'm out.
Let's have some asses wiggling. I want some perfection.
And she got the fuck out of there. Like, I don't have to sit there and take your insults. Okay? So yeah, we're gonna monitor that and see how far that shit goes. But let's go into some other shit. We're gonna talk about this whole Trump and Kamala Harris thing, and wow, it's getting wild. But I will appreciate one thing as far as about what the Trump administration is trying to do. They are not trying to hide their agendas. They are not trying, this ain't about black and white, none of this shit. It's about, okay, if you want to run this country, what are you going to do? to help everyone. What are you going to do? And here recently, Trump's had their campaign in Atlanta, the same place where Kamala just recently had with that shit show of a fucking thought party happened, and which she didn't really say shit about what her plans are, what she's trying to do. And then some of you slave ass black folk want to sit up here and say, oh, I don't care what she has on the agenda. I'm going to vote for her just because she's black. All right. That's to be discussed, and I'm not even going to get into that right now. But if y'all think if she's black, I'm Donald Trump's brother. But anyway.
School bus driver in a traffic jam.
I'm so happy you all came out to see me. So, my name is Michaela Montgomery. A lot of you guys know me as the girl from Chick-fil-A, but I am so much more than that.
I want y'all to listen to this. This is at the Trump convention out there in Atlanta.
Not only do I serve as the CEO of Conserve the Culture, I am also the state director for Blexit down here in Georgia. I'm a Fulton County coordinator for America First Works, and I'm also launching a podcast on the Patriots Prayer Network. So put some respect on my name. Now, why don't we jump right into it? See, as a young single mother, I can tell y'all that rent is too damn high. I can tell you that as a young black voter, groceries are too damn high. And as an American citizen, period, seniors like my parents should never have to choose between medicine or food. It should never be the quality of life versus the quantity of life. And I don't want to hear, oh, but we capped the price of insulin and lowered the price of all these medicines. Yeah, but you raised the price of everything else, so it's about time to start telling the truth to Americans and let them know exactly what they're signing up for if they want to vote for Kamala Harris. We need to vote based on facts and not feelings. See, under Harris and Biden, the average Georgia household is losing $1,060 per month, and inflation is at 21.4%. And due to the war on energy, average gas prices have reached record highs for the state. We also did a poll, and 80% of us Black Americans are not happy with the current state of the economy. So I'm going to need 80% of y'all to vote accordingly in November. They love me.
And regardless of this is the main thing that I really thought was going to happen in the Black community in the mid to late 90s. We had an opportunity to really band together, get knowledge from each other, network with each other, and build a greater community for our families and for our families afterwards. But somehow, after the millennium, we lost that. You know, we lost that. And it's upsetting because I saw the constant decline after 2000 hit, how us as a community is moving with each other, how us as a community respect one another, how us as a community support one another. We lost it long time ago, way long time ago. And we had an opportunity to grab the bull by the horns, so to speak, and we dropped the ball. And why is that? Why is it that the Black community in this country is at the bottom of the list that we don't need to be at the bottom of, and at the top of the list that we don't need to be at the top of? Why is it that our community spends over $1 trillion a year collectively in this country and we own shit. We're treated like shit. We're looked at as shit. You act like shit. And you think people are supposed to respect you. Look at mainstream music now. Look at the people they puppet around you. That so-called superstars. And you respect that. You accept that. You want your children to listen to that. Now, I am not a politician. I could care less about whatever side does what. Because really, in my opinion, in the era I was growing up in, I really wanted the Panthers to have their political party in play with this shit. Because I would have known then that it was for our people. But I will say this, if nothing else, and y'all can say what the fuck you want, you have your own opinions, all you want. If y'all want to keep voting Democrat in this country, being the color that you are, good luck. Because you're not going to get shit but bullshit. And I'm not telling anybody to pick a side and none of this shit. This not what this is. It's not what this is. Do your due diligence. See what is on the table and make an analytical and critical analysis as far as what you want to do. But anyway, let's continue on with Sister Girl right
They
here.
love me. They really love me. The left wants you to get in your feelings about things that have been said, but I want you guys to pay attention to what has been done. They don't want to talk policy. They just want to use propaganda to steal your vote. The left is trying to tout this woman as a savior for the black community, but all she's done is hurt the black community since she came into the game. See, the first step in destroying the black community is to dismantle the black family. So aside from her record as a prosecutor, why don't we ask Mrs. Willie Brown if Kamala Harris cares about black families?
Shots.
I wonder if Mrs. Willie Brown, a black woman, is also with her. A few days ago, President Trump said he didn't know Vice President Harris was a black woman. I'm trying to figure out what all the outrage is about because she's only black when it's time to get elected. Did I lie? The same black people who are mad at Trump for being confused about her race, ethnicity, nationality, whatever, are seemingly forgetting that while you're touting her as a savior for black people, she identifies as an Asian woman. She chose her side and it wasn't ours. When asked if she would ever do anything specifically for black people, she said no. Whereas Trump gave us the Platinum Plan, which specifically uplifted the black community by increasing capital by almost $500 billion, creating 500,000 new black businesses, and would give black churches the ability to fight for federal resources for their communities.
Now, as I said, I'm not a politician. Nor will I ever try to run for any kind of political office. But I can say this, and a lot of people can attest to this. When Trump first got into office, a lot of shit that happened. We had COVID, all this other shit, stuff like that, whatever. I am almost positive that how he administrated his dealings and being the president, a lot of us didn't miss no meals. A lot of us actually got some financial relief in the midst of all the chaos that was happening. What nobody trying to knock on our door for wars, any of these things. Like I said, I'm not political, but I'm just saying this is what I saw. Okay? There are a lot of people that want to vote for this woman simply on the fact that everyone wants to identify her as being black. And guess what? She don't even identify herself as such. So for all you clowns that don't do your research, that don't know history, understand something. And I'm going to say this one last time. The Democratic Party in the country of the United States of America does not have any goodwill towards African American patients. Okay? You can think it all you want. You can refute this all you want. They do not care about you, me, her, them, we, us. They just don't. Be a fool all you want. But I understand, I've said it before in previous videos, you motherfuckers are slaves. Don't you get it? Do I gotta smack you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Y'all don't get it. Oh, no, I get it. You like being a fucking house nigga. You like being subservient. You like always begging for something instead of getting it on your own and building it and giving it to your fucking family. That's what the fuck y'all do. This is where we at with it right now. And you wonder why we're at the bottom of the list that we shouldn't be on, and the top of the list that we shouldn't be on. Because we do it to ourselves. We backstab each other. We turn on one another. We delete one another for stupid ass shit. Damn near a whole generation of trap music rappers deleted themselves over dumb shit. A whole generation just wiped themselves off the map. We can go on to that. Other videos, whatever. You can look it up. Y'all know it. It's been all over. Damn near a whole generation wiped themselves off the map. And for what? For what? Talented people. People that could have really did something. People that had opportunities to get generational wealth, but they couldn't stay out the fucking streets. Y'all think that shit was popping? Staying in the streets?
And why are we acting like strong borders aren't a thing literally everywhere else in the world? Since when has being patriotic been a crime? See, a few weeks ago at the debate, Trump mentioned black jobs. And a lot of people got in an uproar as if they didn't know what he meant. Well, we go to the polls and cast our black vote. We go to the stores and spend our black dollar. We live in our black community, but for whatever reason, we draw the line at a black job. Oh, but wait, because if you're wondering what a black job is, please, I encourage you all to drive through Atlanta at all these beautiful black-owned businesses and check and see who works there. Probably a black person working for a black entrepreneur, recycling the black dollar, creating black generational wealth.
And she ain't lying. Because back in the day, when I used to go to Atlanta, in my younger years, in my early and mid 20s, I used to go to the Underground Mall, the big mall in downtown Atlanta. 90% of them motherfucking companies up in that damn mall were black owned. Now, it ain't got twisted over the years. There's a lot of other stuff that's going on out there, but that's not my business, and this is not the podcast for it, and it's not the subject for the night. So I'm not even going to get into all that. But what I will say is this. At least a large majority of them out there, they try to still stay in business with each other and support each other and spend their dollars with each other and build with each other. This is something that needs to be done across the country with our people. It's us networking with each other. Now, if you're just fucking with somebody just because you can get over on them, you need to leave them motherfuckers alone. Because the one thing that I can say that upsets me about Chicago, us black folk got so much potential, but you're fucking up your chances. Because everyone want to be the big dog. Everyone wants to be that one person. Everyone wants to try to take from someone else because they weak as shit. Don't nobody want to work together. Everybody want to fucking smile in your face and talk about you and do you in behind your back. That's what the fuck is wrong with us here in Chicago. That's why we don't have shit. And we ain't gonna never have shit as long as you punk niggas keep doing what y'all do. Real fucking talk. Shout out to you, Bossy. I see you in the house. Like I say, I'm double streaming, struggle streaming on my podcast. I'm on both platforms. I'm on Facebook as well as YouTube. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube page, please go over to YouTube, type in Black Bottom Rozcast, hit the subscribe and the bell button so you get all future upcoming live streams I do. This is why we don't have shit. Over the 4th of July weekend, we had well over 100 shootings with 17 fatalities. That was just that weekend. The weekend before, we had like 80-something shootings. What are you so-called leaders, social, MC, vanners, car and truck? What are y'all doing for that? What are y'all doing behind that? Y'all going to a party? You going to do a random community service that's only going to help them for like 4 hours of that day, and after that, you ain't going back over there no more? I'm asking. See, when I got involved in this shit years ago, I thought this was going to be something that was going to really benefit our people and our community and stuff like that. But what I really see is that a lot of you motherfuckers just like the clout. You take the money, you pocket the money, you spend the money, and don't give back to the people. Some of you so-called leaders don't need to be where you are. Some of y'all need to bow out, find another hobby. Because that's what y'all call this, this club shit. Y'all call this shit a hobby. It should matter every fucking time. That's my point. See, some of these motherfucking fake, fraudulent, fugazi-ass motherfuckers only do this shit when it affects them. I don't even want to name names right now because I'm going to hurt some feelings. But I will say this. When we was active and I did my thing and people had losses, I honestly looked out. When my wife had a loss, y'all motherfuckers was nowhere to be found. Y'all rather went to a goddamn club set than just stop at what we was doing for 5 minutes just to give a $2 donation, a $3 donation, give condolences, any fucking thing. Fuck some of y'all. And if you, I'm going to be nice tonight because I ain't going to call no names. But they already know. So I don't have to call no names of who always stops what the fuck I did when I was in my shit. So I'm going to leave that be. But all you leaders, what are y'all going to do behind this? What are you going to do about all the killings and shootings and the mayhem that's going on in the city? Are y'all going to band together and help make it better? Or y'all going to keep partying and turn it up? I'll wait.
Illegally, and they're taking your jobs and your resources, then please believe my cousins in the Appalachians, they coming for you too. And y'all know Kamala Harris has yet to say Laken Riley's name.
I know you're good, sweetheart. But what pissed me off the most is that all these motherfuckers wanted all this help when they had all these losses in their family. But when you had a loss in yours, with ours, where were these bitches at? No, I will not let that rest. Fuck y'all. How about that? That's how I feel. You got something to say? Comment so I can curse your ass out right now. I'll put you on live right now and put you on blast. Because some of you motherfuckers don't need to say shit as much as we done did for some of y'all. So you need to stay in the bushes. Don't let me go there. I'm a where's Al Sharpton and then WCP when the mess occurring in Dalton? They ain't know where they at is with the Sonya Massey situation, because the fact that a black woman lost her life with a Caucasian cop. But when it comes to just black on black, they don't come show up for that shit. Just like a lot of us don't show up for our own shit. That's the fucking problem with us. That's why we ain't gonna never have shit. Not in my lifetime. Maybe 100 years from now. Maybe 100 years from now, someone's gonna see these videos and some of the content that some other good black creators do, and they'll reconstruct it, analyze it, take heed to it, and make changes. But in our lifetime, we ain't gonna see none of this shit. And it's fucked up. Because I thought back in the 90s, we was on the upswing. But that shit got dead. It got deleted long time ago. And shout out to my UK brothers. Y'all going through y'all shit out there too. You said y'all got riots out there? Wow. God bless y'all, man. Stay strong, stay vigilant, and stay dangerous. Even if you ain't trying to be on no bullshit. Stay dangerous. Keep your head on the swivel. Because you never know. Just like out here in Chicago, you never know when a motherfucker might pop the fuck off and do some stupid shit. And because they involved with some other stupid ass motherfuckers because they don't know how to talk to people. They don't know how to interact with each other. They don't know how to fucking move. Everybody got to be so angry and uptight. Yeah, stay fucking dangerous. I'm the wrong one you want to fuck with. And I've kept that for a long time. And I ain't never tried to present myself as some big tough guy. You know? I respect those that respect me. Period. You cross the line, I got to fuck you up. And that's just 100. It ain't a threat. It ain't like I'm trying to be something that I'm not. That's just the truth. Some of y'all in the club world don't really know who I am. Y'all really don't know my background. You don't even know who my family is. But trust me, I'm legendary in this city. My family is legendary in this city. All I gotta say is one name. And that's my Uncle Benny Lee. Now y'all take it how y'all want to take it. But anyway, we're gonna go on to the next subject. It's crazy. I know all the South suburban people that live in the South suburbs, y'all been seeing the shit show with this whole Tiffany Henry thing. Woo! Last night they had their monthly meeting, and once again, it was a shit show. And more, we're starting to see the reign of Tiffany Henry's reign crumble to the fucking dirt. See, this is what I'm saying. When you do bad business, you can't avoid it. You can't run from it. You can't hide it. And eventually, the masses, they say, fuck this shit. I know for a fact. Yeah, I know. Ain't a part unless Big Tiff. And whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I feel what you're saying. But fuck her. I know for a fact. And this is just going off on the club aspect as far as the nonprofits that's in and around the Illinois area. If the main leaders were better people, we would get a lot farther. When y'all decide to band together to change the plight of what's going on out there, then you might make some changes. When y'all decide to get certain people out of certain positions, y'all might be better off. As long as you keep letting the same bullshit happen and the same messy people run certain shit, it's never going to get any better. So why even continue? Like, honestly, why continue? You're fucking yourselves up. You're stabbing yourself in the foot. But maybe one day it might happen. Maybe one day y'all might wake up and like, you know what? This, that needs to change. And then y'all might change it. The world always revolves. It just don't revolve around you. It revolves around us all. And when you realize that and do the right thing, then maybe you can make the right decisions. Stop fucking with motherfuckers that ain't got your best interest. Stop giving to people. They're not even fucking registered. I give, and I'm not even affiliated with this shit anymore. And I don't plan on ever being affiliated with this shit anymore. I've had my time. I've improved my point. I don't owe anybody anything. Y'all want to impress me? Stop supporting people that ain't registered by the state of Illinois. Period. Stop. When a motherfucker throw a flyer up talking about come to this coming out party, come to this club set, come to this anniversary, come to this community service, look they shit up. If they're not registered, but we're gonna see. But last night at Dalton Township meeting was fuckery. So we're gonna hear about it.
Next on the agenda, we're going straight to key freedom. So, Board of Trustees, what do you want to do?
How many times we just talk about him?
Terminated. So what? Why are we?
Right. Oh, wait. Hold on. Y'all always say, because y'all always say that I don't come to y'all. Hold on. We're gonna play the little silly game right now. So I put it on the agenda because he got terminated already. But everybody inserted themselves in the business of the mayor, right? So everybody inserted themselves. They sent letters out. They let him do all this little finicky stuff, send emails out to the staff, all kinds of stuff. He knows this. They all know that because they wrote.
Good question, Robert. Why she need metal detectors and all that fuck shit at a township meeting is because she done did so much bumfuckery, right? She done did so many people bogus and greasy. She is fearful that someone might run up in there and JFK her ass. That's all I'm gonna say. Even though it'll be stupid on their part to do it at a township meeting. But she is that fucking paranoid that all the greasy shit she did, that's what she expects. So that just lets you know that there's just some motherfuckers in our community and just some people in general that just do fuckery, knowing that shit gonna come back on them. And they don't really be caring. And that's insanity, ain't it? That's insane that walk around knowing that the shit that you did and the shit that you're doing makes someone want to just walk up to you and just crack you upside your fucking head. Who wants to live like that? That is insane. If I'm that fucked up, I need to check myself. But if you that fucked up, someone gonna check you. And that's for real, for real. Like, come on. They literally let these people last night in the meeting be in there before Henyard even got there, right? They all was sitting down. When she finally decided to bring her late ass up in this motherfucker, she never comes to shit on time. She didn't even come to her court depositions on time. She's late for everything. She told all those people to go back outside and go to the metal detector. They're already inside. People in wheelchairs. Whatever. She didn't give a fuck. She didn't care. But if y'all community out there in Dalton, in Thornton Township, and like I said, some years ago, I was a resident of the Thornton Township community because I used to live in Hazelcrest in the early 90s. If y'all want to keep this shit going, that's on y'all, man. That's on y'all. But I guarantee you're going to regret it in the end. Just like there's certain other circles that I know about, that I talk about. You keep letting them motherfuckers stay in the position that they are, you're never going to elevate. Never. Don't let me say no names. I'm tempted to, because I don't really give a shit, but I'm not. Because I don't want to hear the backlash tomorrow, but I'm going to probably hear it anyway. Because, see, guilty parties know their guilt. So, regardless of how I word it and how I fluff it and how I'll go around certain things, a motherfucker still gonna know, oh, he talking about me. Yeah, nigga, I'm talking about you. What? Come holler at me. Call my phone. You got the number. I ain't never changed shit. That's the crazy shit. All these motherfuckers that got something to say about some of the things I done said on my podcast over time, over the last year. Y'all got direct contact with me, but refuse to hit me directly. But you rather hit my wife with that bullshit. Like a coward. And that's some gay shit. Yeah, I know that wasn't a politically correct phrase I just said, but it is. Hell, I'm not getting no money off my platforms right now, so I don't give a shit. It's some gay ass shit. It's fugazi as fuck. Grow a pair. And then come holler at me. Anyway, let's go with this shit show of a fucking township meeting here in Dalton.
They names on it. So they kept saying, you gotta bring it to the board. You gotta put it on the agenda. So what I do? It's on the agenda. So that's why I asked it. So why would you ask that redundant question of talking about why I'm asking y'all? You guys asked me to put it on the agenda. It is on the agenda because we wanted your input, your opinion, right? So it's on the agenda for your input and your opinion because you kept saying that you guys have to vote on it. Is that not what y'all kept saying? Y'all say y'all got to vote on it. So here we are.
So childish.
Board of Trustees, is there a motion to terminate Keith Freeman?
She's starting to piss me off now.
Shout out to Massey Michelle.
What we doing? Is there a motion to terminate Keith Freeman? What we doing?
Go to hell.
Y'all gotta huddle up real quick.
You should take a few seconds. Go to hell.
What we doing? What y'all want to do? Y'all can talk about it. Get the time. Y'all doing signals across the room. What we doing? Y'all motioning here. What we doing? Y'all quiet. Y'all quiet.
Now, when all the fuckery, now I'm quite sure a lot of us over the last year has been following the debacle in the south suburbs of Dalton and this fucking heifer and all the shit that's been going on with the monies, the trips, the accusations, as she said on Roland Martin show, all this shit, right? Keith Freeman was her right-hand man. You know, earlier this year, Keith Freeman got federally indicted by the FBI for bankruptcy fraud. Okay. They didn't announce it, but as of July the 9th of this past month, Thornton Township released him. That was a motherfucker that was saving her ass. Now she want to give all this smoke to the trustees about firing him. But do y'all realize, and let's go back into history, the trustees didn't want Keith Freeman even in that position in the first place. They didn't know where he came from. They didn't know his background. They didn't know what he was about. And they told this heifer this shit, and she went and hired him anyway. The reason why the trustees ain't saying shit, because they didn't have nothing to do with it. It's on you, bitch. It's on you. You to do it. You do the do. We didn't want him anyway. We knew he was a crook. We knew he had a criminal background. We knew he's been in jail here, there, here, all over the fucking state, all over the country. He has a record of fucking fraudulent bullshit. You hired him. You deal with it. That's why the trustees didn't say shit. And I commend them. Because it wasn't a place to say nothing. I didn't put this motherfucker up in here. You did, against our own judgment. So you said, fuck us. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do what I want. Cartman face ass. Now look at you. Now you want to get all this bravado, all this smoke. Because you know one thing, he about to get your ass too. So Tiffany Henyard, good luck to you. The walls are closing in. See, when you do shit wrong and you don't know how to do shit the right way, it come back on you. It might not come back today. It might not come back tomorrow. But eventually it come back on you. Just know that. Yeah, she still throwing parties, but she don't hardly get no motherfuckers there. Who gives a fuck about her outdoor skating rink? Knock it the fuck off, man. And she still owes the motherfuckers that built that shit money. She didn't put that township and that village in the dirt with that. See, she was one of them bitches that didn't have much coming up, probably didn't have a lot of attention because she a funny looking motherfucker and all this shit, right? And this is typical because people that didn't really have like certain like ways of life when they were younger, didn't have attention or didn't have people liking them really and stuff like that. When they get a hold of some shit, they tend to not know how to act. She's typical of a ghetto, uneducated bum-ass mentality ass motherfucker. I mean, I done seen it all my life. Motherfucking bum mindset people. They ain't never had shit. When they get something, they show their ass. They don't know how to be humble with it. They don't know how to give to others. All they give a fuck about is them. Fuck that swimming pool. Right. I mean, trust me, it's crazy. And it's crazy that you in the UK and you know about this shit. This shit is worldwide. This bitch in this small ass town has made international news. Use a special kind of bitch. She a special kind of heifer. Motherfuckers are gonna be dancing in the street like motherfucker Lionel Richie when she get them motherfucking silver motherfucking bracelets put on her ass. I cleft for God, and I don't feel bad for her. And I hate to say this about our own people, but a lot of our own people ain't to our best interests. So they need to go where the fuck they need to go to. But let's continue.
That's church mouse, as I say. What's going on right now? This the person y'all can't stand, y'all don't like. This what y'all say. This what y'all say about the person. Y'all say he's never at work, he'll do his job. Is this what y'all say? So what we doing, guys? The motion is on the floor. What y'all gonna do? Motion is seconded. What we doing? What you doing, guys?
And she kills me how she talks to them people.
No,
she is so ghetto and unprofessional. It's just ridiculous.
Nobody wants the motion and let go. But y'all, hold on. Look, let me just explain to residents that understand what I've been talking about. Listen to this. Prior to a whole 5-10 minutes ago, they voted to lay off all these individuals, right? They voted on all these individuals, but the person that they all complain about is now up for a motion in a second to terminate. That's the person they claim. And if a person that they're talking about that they doing all these things make 100,000, what do you make? 100-something, what do you make? Why y'all didn't start at the top? Why didn't?
They ain't saying shit because they didn't put him in that position. You put him in that position. They had questioned it. If you go back and past, you can go back to some of their meetings as far back as 2021. And for those who don't know, you can go on the Dalton Trustees YouTube page. Okay. Lansing Journal YouTube page. Those are two South suburban content creative networks that have been following them for years. If you go back to like 2020, 2021 on the older videos and the meetings that they used to have, because especially back in 2020 when they had when we had C19, a lot of the meetings was done via Zoom. And it was one meeting that I came across in my investigation with all this shit, because it just kept coming across my timeline. This shit just was worldwide, so I couldn't help but see this bullshit, you know. And I'm like, damn, I don't even live out there. I'm pissed off for them. I'm pissed off for the residents out there. I'm pissed off at the fact that they got to deal with a bitch like her. But back in like 21, when she became the mayor, you know, shortly afterwards, maybe like later that year, 21 and maybe 22, she was talking about Keith Freeman being in the position that she had him in. And they kind of was like reluctant with it because they liked his credentials on the surface, but what they wanted to do was do more further investigation as far as his character and his background. And see, and Tiffany Henyard has been known since she's been the mayor and the supervisor of Thornton Township of not doing background checks to anyone that she's hired. And it's been shown that majority of the people that she don't do background checks for got shady past, got crooked ways, do some slick nigga slick ass shit. But as long as they with her, she turns a blind eye. Now it's biting her in the ass. See, this bravado, this energy, this energy that she's putting out right now is all showing that she knows she done fucked up. And there's only so far that shit can go.
Let's have some asses wiggling. I want some perfection.
It's only so far that shit goes before motherfuckers say, hold up, wait a minute, now you on some fuck shit. We about to shut this shit down. Yeah, she is. Straight from Django. Straight up. But anyway, let's go.
You started with people like William Moore, people that make what $15,000 a year, people that make $15 an hour. You started with employees like that. You started with the code enforcement department that really brings revenue to our village. So make it make sense, residents. Why is everybody on mute all of a sudden? I don't hear nothing. Board of
Because
trustees.
it ain't they
Y'all got so
called.
much to
You
say.
did that shit,
What y'all got?
bitch.
Y'all motion.
You hired
Y'all
him.
motion
So you
second.
fired him. You do everything else without the trustees' fucking approval. So fucking take care of that. The fuck? They had nothing to do with it.
Okay.
You want to put it
So
on them.
basically, for those that ain't been watching the mess or the I don't want to cuss the show in Dawson, if y'all ain't been watching
The
that
shit
show,
show?
you that y'all must been working with him the entire time. So all y'all been exposed, huh?
This is all this
So
is a
everybody's
shit
been
show.
exposed. Cause here it is. Y'all watch the meets. Y'all see what goes on. I don't see nothing right now. Nobody said nothing. Y'all got nothing to say. Nothing.
Out this world.
So who been getting played? That's how you say. Looks like the
And this is so-called a mayor. This is so-called a person that has the highest position in that town. And this is how she talks. Get that bitch up off that seat. Dalton, if y'all allow Tiffany Henyard in 2025 to get another term in y'all town, I am going to exclusively do a 6-month expose and bust you motherfuckers in your ass. I'm going to talk about every last one of you motherfuckers. If you allow this heifer to win the election in 2025 just because she do some bullshit bingo shit and give out some shit that she done took off the taxpayers' money. You know, all the shit that she gives y'all for the free, it ain't free. Y'all done paid for it already. The outside fucking skate. Who the fuck is going to be trying to skate outside in January? Well, you know, it's a skating rink / ice rink. What niggas is out there in fucking Dalton ice skating? I'll wait. Hell, y'all was tripping about a motherfucking bobsled team that was in Jamaica. Who the fuck ice skating in fucking Dalton? This ain't Detroit. This ain't Michigan. Fuck is wrong with y'all? She's giving spoiled free food to the elderly. She's pimped contractors to repair homes that they didn't ask for the repairs. And if they don't, and if the contractor didn't get paid, you know what they're doing? They putting liens on those houses. Since she was a trustee fucking 12 years ago, she been trying to suck up all the fucking property out there. And she's a bum-ass fucking property owner. Look it up. I'm sorry. I just get sometimes in my way, and if my volume was too loud, I apologize. But I hate fuck shit. I hate fugazi ass shit. And this is the most fugaziest fucking heifer I've ever seen in my life. She is so lucky. I don't live in the south suburbs, and I'm not a fucking trustee of Dalton. Because, boy, you think trustee Belcher be on her ass. And I ain't gonna tell y'all what I call her, but that's some personal shit. But if I was a trustee in Dalton, oh, she'd hate me. She would hate me. She might piss me off to the point where I might just say, bitch, your mama. Now let's fight. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's bad. She's bad. But her time is coming.
Man,
Let's hear the rest of this bullshit.
That's what it looked like to me. Because I can't believe they this quiet. Y'all always got something to say. Always.
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Oh, you adjourn the meeting. Wow. So
They had every right to do it. That wasn't our hire. So why you putting it on us? That's on you.
So
you want to fire.
The motion in the second.
It is not recognized. If you understand the rules and how they work. So you want to get out of the jam. You're that scared, huh? You're that scared to talk about the firing. You guys said you didn't want the individual. Where y'all at? I already know what I can do. I'm talking about them because they said that I didn't put it on this agenda.
And I'm going to
show you emails. I'm not trust me because now you got something to say. Hold on, let me see. You said that who said it? They were saying I'm going to show you everything that they talked about when we got to this point. Now it's on the agenda. Now they quiet. They go,
can you say who said put it on the agenda?
All I'm saying to you guys is we got to get some understanding of what's going on. So I'm letting people, as y'all say, could we, bamboozle, where straight. Y'all let people do that to y'all, right? Y'all still ain't got nothing to say.
Who said y'all got nothing to say, Mayor?
Do y'all got something to say? I'm waiting.
Can you ask
How y'all gonna motion? How y'all gonna motion? What y'all gonna do?
You said somebody said put it on the agenda. Who asked you to put it on the
I
agenda?
already asked you a question. So you asked me a question. You answer my stuff.
It's a motion.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Y'all gonna motion.
I'm gonna let this ride out. So y'all listen to this
so let me say
bullshit.
this.
And if y'all listen to the actual meeting yesterday, you understand where I'm at with this.
Always. Y'all been selling the residents a load of crap. I am using my authority, which I always said, but you guys intervene with it as always. Keith Freeman is fired from Village of Dawson. He no longer works here at the Village of Dawson. I said it. I tried to do this before, but they intervened and said, hey, you got to come across the board. Hey, y'all, the trustees.
So aggressive.
Did you ask them to put it on the arm? Did you ask them to put it on the arm?
I'll be right back, y'all. Y'all listen.
Everybody understand what's going on. And by their silence, it tells you kind of what's going on in our village. So welcome to all the games and all the drama that you see put before this board. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's a new day. There's no free in no more. So I appreciate you guys for coming. Coming here to do what's needed. And first, I just said that it was out of order, but that's what y'all do. Y'all just run the stuff. Everybody running. Nobody got nothing to say about free. Nobody.
Meeting
nobody.
At 9:52 p.m.
That's a shame. That's a shame. So I'm gonna remember this because at the end of the day, I told you, you guys don't run it today. The mayor does. So Keith Freeman, I know you watching. You no longer work for the Village of Dawson. Please turn in your keys, turn in all your stuff. HR reach out to you tomorrow as relates to your fight.
I'm all around. I don't know what to do, so I need to talk to you. Ask you for you got it.
I have to tell you that I'm just, that was unhinged. That was madness. That was a person who is out of effing control.
Because y'all got false narratives out there, and y'all should be ashamed of y'allself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power.
You're going to jail.
You're going to jail, Gato. Unasked that seat. Unasked that seat. Unasked that seat. To express my deepest gratitude to Tiffany Hayyer and her team for their commendable efforts to better our community.
Listen, come here. Shut your stupid ass. Say that, folks. Come here, say it.
that right there was the most cringeest shit I've seen in a long time on social media platforms. And that's what shows you that some people don't need to have certain positions because they don't have certain etiquettes that can compensate for the positions that they're in. Did you hear how that woman was talking to her elected officials in this meeting? That was like they was at the fucking bar some fucking where on the corner and they was having a disagreement. They on the block. She just and this is so-called a college graduate. This is so-called an educated person, but she does not talk this as such. Yeah, I mean, and she says the same thing over and over again. She is one of them slow bitches that when she's like at a certain point in her attitude, she just repeats the same shit. Repeat the same shit. She like one of them, like if you're in a relationship with this bitch, oh my God, come on, God damn it, I feel so sorry for you. The motherfucker that she stole from somebody's wife. I mean, that's somebody's ex-husband. You sleeping with a whole married man and shit. You just doing all kind of bullshit, man. And I can only imagine if this is like this at a meeting, I can only imagine what she's like behind closed doors. She that motherfucker that I take this fucking globe off my damn my award for my job and I will bust upside her fucking head, man. She'll make you go that far. She that kind of bitch that make you want to just choke the shit out of her. I don't know. It goes on all through, different higher situations in life. Motherfuckers mess with other people's, significant others and shit like that. I mean, I guess. I mean, it goes in all levels. Hell, I dealt with this shit when I was in the club shit. Fucked up that I fucked with the wrong kind of people. But I can admit my wrongs. At least if I was gonna do that shit, I should have did it with better people. But I didn't. There's always some messy bitch. Cause when they don't get their way, they want to try to throw you up under the bus. Now you all this, you all that, you all this, you all that. Bitch, you go. Because if you was in as many, you still been around. Now I'm all this and all that and this, that, whatever. You can't unsuck my dick. And yeah, it is what it is. How about that? Ain't that what y'all be saying? Well, you can't unsuck this punani. Yeah, I know. I'm right. You're right. The same applies. When a motherfucker get tired of your shit, they just, some people just got to move around. We all make bad decisions and fashion risks. And I made some fashion risks and I lost. But I ain't lose everything. I just lost you. Mad? You upset? Your butt hurt? You got diarrhea? You got toilet paper for that. We all make mistakes and all make bad decisions as far as what and who and how we do things. And I ain't hurt nobody. I ain't killed nothing that wasn't already dead. And you leave me the fuck alone. You leave me and mine alone. Sorry. You tried it. Didn't work. And you know who I'm talking about. You might be watching in the bushes right now, but you still watching. Because you can't help it. Because you like to see my pretty self. And I did just save today. So yeah, I'm kind of pretty right now. Anywho, on to the next subject. This whole Sonya Massey shit. This whole Sonya Massey thing. You about to find, we just got some new information on what really was the reason why this woman lost her life behind this cop. And it's kind of fucked up.
Sonya's mother, Donna Massey, told authorities that her daughter was suffering from a mental breakdown, and I don't want you guys to hurt her. It was around 9 a.m., and Sonya was on the streets yelling. According to Donna, when she gets upset, she thinks everybody's after her, like paranoid schizophrenic. And that's not all. It seems like Donna was well aware of the problems that could arise, and she was worried for her baby girl's safety, which is why she specifically asked the authorities to not send a prejudiced officer. In another call, a woman who didn't identify herself said that people wanted to hurt her. And then a day later, Sonya herself made another call, reporting on a neighbor who had hit her with a brick. However, a sheriff's deputy met her at the hospital since she had gone there to receive medical treatment after the call. She told the officer the same story about the neighbor and that she had also broken a window in an attempt to get into the car to get away. Sonya also alerted the officer that she had recently been released from a mental health facility and that earlier that day, a police officer attempted to run her off the road. I'm sorry exactly what was going on here. Well, this is where Sonya's son comes in. See, her family has been committed to getting the truth out there. They have been holding press conference after press conference for Sonya, and during a recent sit down in front of the cameras, Sonya's son, Malachi Hill Massey, had some interesting things to say. According to him, on the day of the incident, there had been another 911 call and 2 officers showed up at their home because of an incident. And he believes that Sean was there as well.
Only other thing, Malachi, you may want to tell them is, do you think law enforcement came there earlier that day?
Okay, it was an incident that happened earlier that day, and I talked to 2 officers or whatever, and I believe that it's the same officer that shot my mother. I talked to his partner first, then the second officer. That's the one that I think the one that did that.
I will say that the one who shot her does have if you heard his voice over the phone, you could recognize it just by the way he was talking. Now, yeah, I can see that.
I talked to her, and they told me that because she was driving herself to the hospital or something. She wasn't even at the house when this was going on, but she was driving herself to the hospital. They told me that they were going to go there to help her, and then this happened.
And this has the internet shook. If Sean showed up at the house before, it means he knew about Sonya's mental health struggles. And yet, he still chose to be aggressive. So was Sonya really set up? Well, let me just clear one thing up. This isn't the first time that the idea has been floated around. During an interview with CBS Mornings, Sonya's dad, James Wilburn, revealed that he didn't even know his poor girl had been taken out by a police officer. Authorities told him that an intruder was behind the attack.
Oh, I'm hearing that you were told conflicting stories. What were you told? The circumstances of this.
Well, I was never told that it was a deputy-involved shooting. We were under the impression that she was killed by the intruder or some other person from the street or something, and they just went in there and found her dead body. I did not find out that the deputies killed her until my brother asked for Sonya's address, and I gave it to him, And he said, brother, this says deputies involved. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Heck, there was even a story of Sonya doing this to herself. In the end, it was the body cam footage that brought everything to light.
Heart-wrenching thing that we've ever seen in our lives, but if it were not for the body cam footage, we would not have known that this occurred.
Sonya's dad also talked about her daughter having some kind of idea about what was about to happen.
She had said to the officer, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, which seemed to set him off. What do you think she meant? What does that mean? What was going on that you think that she would say those words to him?
I'll say this before the father even speaks on it. When someone says, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, all that's saying is any bad spirits, any bad energies, any bad vibes, any bad motions that you're doing, I am rebuking this to the Most High. That wasn't a threat. That wasn't something that's going to make someone get unhinged. They're basically telling you your negative energy is not moving me. And you know what he did after she said that? He took his fucking gun out the fucking holster and pointed it dead at her face. And told her on body cam video, I'll shoot you. I'll shoot you in the face. Really? This is how we moving, right? This is how life goes. You tell someone says some fuck shit that's off the left, and you just say, hey, man, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. That deserves you to get shot in the fucking face? Really? This is where we at with it right now. That just shows you he had the devil. That just shows you he had evil intent. And this story, what we're listening to right now, is going to break down a little bit more details why that shit happened. That's why that motherfucker needs to go to fucking prison. Real fucking talk.
I think that she feared for her life. There was some premonition that she had. And it seems like he was just an emissary of Satan.
And, speaking of the body cam footage, Sean had turned off his body cam during the interaction. It was his partner's body cam.
Ain't that something? The policeman that's in question, that's locked up behind this whole deal, right when shit was getting heated, turned off his body cam. Really? Yeah, I know. That man, before this situation happened, in 4 years, got fired and released from 6 different police organizations. And was dishonorably discharged by the military. The boy has a problem. But certain motherfuckers, it gets real in this video. So y'all tune in and listen to this shit. Because this is that privilege that a lot of us don't get, but because some of them have certain people that have privilege get certain hookups, you're going to find out exactly what the fuck jumped off.
Cam footage that ended up revealing the truth. So did Sean turn it off because he had already planned everything out? Was he trying to cover up his tracks? Was it not a random, senseless act of violence as we've been led to believe so far? Well, it does look like it is.
I mean, even if he turned his camera off, you still was going to get, like, I don't know if he tried to, if he thought that they wouldn't, I don't know. I'm confused on that one. Because you shut your camera off, but your partner still has his on. So I don't know what that was going to do, unless he thought that and they were trying to cover that up. I don't know. Maybe that's what was going through his head.
According to the information that has come to light so far, one person commented, "That's why he called her a crazy B word. He already knew her from the day before. And if you think that's a stretch, wait till you find out about the hidden connection."
And it's fucked up because that phrase right there was after the fact that he shot her, right? There's a video on body cam when they're outside before others, paramedics or whatever can get there to take care of the situation. He literally said on video, yeah, that crazy bitch. So what that tells me is that, yeah, he knew of her history. He knew of her mental capacity, and he didn't give a fuck. He knew that woman wasn't a threat to him. But because, and further on in this video, you're going to find out, she actually, when she was in medical care, one of the nurses that was at the facility that she was at is this fucking cop's fucking girlfriend. And they got into it. For whatever reason. I don't know what the reasons was, but this was personal. This wasn't just some random shit. This just wasn't some misunderstanding. This just wasn't some, she got a bad deal. This was personal right here. This was premeditated. Because he already felt a certain kind of way about this woman, because reports would tell you further on in this video, when we're going to play this shit, that she had words with his old lady. And he didn't like that. Whatever the conversation or interaction was, he didn't like it. Because obviously Miss Karen told him about that shit. And he went on and acted accordingly to what he wanted to do. And like what a lot of bad cops do, they abuse their authority and just do shit because they can kind of get away with it. They can kind of get away with it. They can kind of get away with it, but that shit is dead. This shit so Whitney Houston.
Connection between Sonya and Sean's girlfriend. Sean's girlfriend knew Sonya. Yup, you heard that right. Sean's girlfriend, well, scratch that. Fiance is Isabel Butterfield. Apparently, she was supposed to exchange vows with Grayson in October this year, but with the way things turned, she'd be putting that on hold. Anyways, according to people on the ground, she ran into Sonya at the mental health treatment center she used to go to. And guess who else had a job there? It was none other than Isabel Butterfield.
I started doing some digging and I realized y'all said that Sonya had on a hospital bracelet. I looked up the closest place where she could have got medical care to her house. An 8-minute drive away. And guess where we ended up at? Capital Community Health Center.
And this is where the theories start coming in.
What she
You
was
see,
at.
Sonya had her hospital bracelet on when she passed away. And so a lot of folks think that before the incident, she was at the health center getting treated, but something went down between Isabel and Sonya, which led Sonya to rush home.
Could it possibly be that the police actually, especially Sean Grayson, who I'm talking about, actually caused the situation in the backyard, and then they took the call, which is why she didn't even have a chance to get clothes on? Because if I heard something in the driveway, wouldn't you automatically get dressed and at least try to be prepared just in case they try to come in the house?
A lot of folks seem to think that there's definitely something sus about the situation. One person commented, "You may be onto something because he was determined to get into her house and he had such a negative attitude towards her. As soon as she opened the door, she said, 'Don't hurt me.' Meanwhile,"
my point is this, and everybody in our community should know this. In any situation, all right, she called 911 because she suspected that someone was trying to break into her house. Okay. All right. legitimate reason for calling the police. No one actually got into the residence, like physically inside. It's what it is. You're hearing shit on the outside, maybe in the backyard, maybe in the driveway, wherever the fuck, how your property is set up. When the police come to your house and you eventually answer the door to talk to the police, there is no reason for them coming in your house unless you invite them in your house. I can sit up here and call the police right now about any fucking thing that I think is going on in my dwellings, right? They're going to stay at the front of that motherfucking door at all times. Unless there's an issue where I need them to investigate. There was no other issues. He forced himself to go into that house. So like I said previously, he had other agendas as far as what he did in that situation. And that's uncalled for. It's sad. I saw the video. It was horrific. He had no remorse. He didn't think twice about it. He gunned that woman down in her kitchen like a dog. That could have been you. That could have been your daughter. That could have been your sister. That could have been your aunt. That could have been your cousin. That was sad to watch. If y'all haven't seen that video, I mean, you can look at it if you want. You can look it up online. It's all online. You might not like it after you've seen it because it was horrific. She didn't have a snowball chance in hell. He didn't give her no options. He opened fired on her ass like it wasn't shit. And for what? Because she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus? Because you want to sit up here and bullshit with her, talking about, well, you got this hot pot of water on the stove, which you gonna throw it at me? She wasn't even thinking about that shit. She didn't even curse. She didn't even raise her voice. She didn't act irate, but did she act like she might have had some issues? Yeah. Yeah. Obviously. I mean, she has been known to have certain mental issues. Okay, that's understandable. I mean, does that mean that they're a threat just because a person has certain things going on with them that they need to get medical attention with? No, I mean, that doesn't really necessarily mean that they're a threat, especially to police officers that got bulletproof vests on and fucking guns in their fucking holster, to opposed to a woman that's 10 feet away from them, taking a pot of hot water off the stove because he told her to take it off the stove. Why? I don't know. She was obviously trying to do something with that water long before they got there. So that had nothing to do with their interaction. But he took it as a threat. And then when he said what he said as far as her throwing water or hot water on him, and she said what she said as far as, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, meaning like this, like, nigga, this ain't that. he got Ebola on ass. Like straight up.
Another person commented, "Why was she on the phone with 911 dispatch the whole time? Till Grayson told her to put the phone down. Then she requested her Bible. She knew he was there to hurt her." Now it's all in the air, but people feel like the authorities need to look into the average response time in the area and then Sean's response time on the day of the incident. But if it turns out that all of this was planned, does that mean his partner was involved as well? Whatever the case, it's only adding to the suspicion around Sean Grayson. And one thing that had folks fuming was,
it's just the why for me. I know it's hard to question evil, but like, what the hell did she do to him to deserve this? You know?
his shady employment history. You see, after Sean Grayson's name ended up in the headlines, a lot of folks were naturally interested in digging up everything about him. And you won't believe what they found. Apparently, when Sean first applied to be a police officer, they didn't just hire him because they thought he'd be good at his job. No, they hired him because he had a reference from his girlfriend's father. WCIA managed to get their hands on Grayson's personnel files through the Freedom of Information Act, and the beneficiary designation, along with his emergency contact information part, caught people's attention. He put down the name of his girlfriend, and on the references for hiring, he put down the name of her father, aka his father-in-law, Scott Butterfield, who is a former sheriff's deputy. According to a Facebook post by the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office, Scott turned in his badge after 30 years of service in 2020. But it looks like his word still carries weight because Sean was able to land a job because of him. Heck, how could they not hire Sean when he wrote such a 5-star review about him? Latair West Wooden, who investigated Grayson, said, "Mr. Butterfield advised me that Mr. Grayson is currently dating his daughter. Mr. Butterfield describes Mr. Grayson as a mellow, non-confrontational person who has good communication skills. Mr. Butterfield highly recommends Mr. Grayson for employment with the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office." Meanwhile, Sangamon County Sheriff Jack Campbell said, "Grayson's personnel file includes references from people I know well." So the question here is, did everyone choose to ignore the warning signs just because Grayson had a reference from someone credible?
Yeah,
because you see, the warning signs were there. Sean worked at 5 different law enforcement agencies because he became a cop at the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office. That's 6 different police departments between 2020 and 2024. And get this, he also had 2 drunken driving convictions within a year on his record. In fact, one of these convictions was the reason why he was prematurely discharged from the Army. So, you're telling me the Army thought that this dude wasn't competent enough to do his job, but the police force did? A psychological evaluation of Sean from May 31st, 2023 concluded he was fit to serve, but they...
Hey, and shout out to you, Robert, for even putting that out there in the comments, because you knew about that too, that he got dishonorably discharged from the military because he's a piece of shit. The only reason why he got this position after all those other dismissals is because of who the fuck he was fucking with, and the daddy fucking gave him a good review. See, this is the thing that kills me, right? But this is the thing that happens in our society. How many people have gotten jobs because you know somebody that knows someone? They do that to each other all the time in their community. They give each other hookups all the fucking time. Regardless of what you think their character are or what they've done, some communities give people hookups for jobs just because of certain relationships. It ain't what you know, it's who you know. He got in that position not because of his skill. He got in that position because who he knew and who he was fucking. Let's just keep it a spade. Let's keep it a spade. How many of y'all ever got a job because y'all knew someone that knew someone that knew someone? Like, seriously. You might not even have the skills for the job. You might not even have the right training to do this job. But because you knew someone that was cool with someone that was intertwined with that job that you're trying to get at, you got in on that strength because someone referred you. And they gave you the consideration to give you that job. I'm not saying that's a bad thing because, hell, a lot of us in life have gotten jobs from hookups, right? Am I lying? A lot of us have gotten jobs from hookups. I did not hear about that. I'm going to look upon that. So a 70-year-old woman shot a 19-year-old boy because he was parked in a handicapped parking.
Oh, I'll tell you.
And okay. She pulled out an AR-15 assault rifle. Oh my God. Okay. I'm gonna look into that. I did not know about that. I've been looking at this Kamala Harris bullshit, the fucking Tiffany Henyard shit, this shit with Sonya Massey. I've been looking at all that stuff, so I did not know about that. But I'm gonna look upon that, and we're gonna break bread on that a little later when I get more information on it. So I appreciate that that comment that you just put in there. But this is fucked up right here. This happened because of personal reasons. Not because she was a threat. Not because she instigated the situation. If you would have saw the whole video, she was not confrontational at any point. She didn't raise her voice. She didn't act nutty. She didn't curse. She didn't act sporadic. Did she act kind of weird? Yeah, because like we found out, she had suffered, God rest her soul, from certain mental illnesses. So that doesn't give you the right to gun a motherfucker down in their face, man, and shoot it to death. Just because a person is not all the way there. Hell, I work with a person that is totally all the way not there. I'm not going to shoot him. I talk about him, I joke and, whatever, but I mean, I'm not going to shoot him. The fuck? It's not my fault. It's not his fault that he's the way he is. Hell, he's a fucking abortion survivor. But anyway, let's continue this video so we can wrap this up tonight.
They did write this in the report. He knows he can move too fast at times. He needs to slow down to make good decisions. He was instructed to take high-stress classes. But guess what? Sean never showed up. And what's even more ridiculous is that Sheriff Campbell said he wasn't aware of any issues at Sean's previous workplaces. However, the records obtained by WCIA tell a different story. Apparently, according to the files, Sean was investigated not once, but twice for his behavior while he was at the Logan County Sheriff's Office. Heck, his supervisor even wrote about Sean disobeying orders during a high-speed chase.
Right into 2nd Street, she's taking that right.
Are you pursuing?
I'm about to terminate. She's flying up 121 right now.
Despite the orders to terminate the chase, Grayson kept going. And to make sure he didn't get caught, he turned off the sirens and the lights.
Wow.
And that decision came to bite him back because he slammed the car into a deer.
Until he hit a deer. Oh, my God. Well, I'll definitely be terminated because a buck just smacked the side of my driver's side door.
Did you violate your right order from the supervisor about termination? Yes, I did.
Grayson,
Of course, Grayson was questioned by his superiors for the incident.
Do you agree, before we conclude this, that there is a mountain of policy violations that you committed 7 months on? How are you still employed by us?
Then there's also the report from his boss at Auburn, Illinois Police Department back in 2022. This was written by the Auburn chief while he was giving a representative for the Logan country a review of Sean's performance in his department. According to him, Grayson struggled with report writing, which to be fair is something we can overlook. However, what we can't overlook is the part where the Auburn chief said that Grayson was aggressive and that he posted about his illegal substance arrest on social media. But did Sheriff Campbell pay any attention to it? No, sir. In fact, he gave reporters his own twisted reasoning for ignoring it. Among the comments from his prior employers was that he needed more training. This is not unusual for deputies with Grayson's experience and a standard procedure for Sangamon County deputies. Grayson was subsequently sent to a 16-week academy training, a requirement for all new and lateral transfer deputies in our office. He also said a DUI does not disqualify a potential candidate, and that Grayson's questionable employment history didn't raise any red flags, but instead showed his admirable ambition to advance to larger and more structured departments.
That's horrible.
Mark Ayers, Sangamon County board member, who's responsible for hiring new deputies, said that he was never made aware of Sean's troubled past or the negative reports by his previous employers, which people kind of find ridiculous. Just how is the police doing business?
I would never bring on someone that had that troubled past or that record.
So yeah, there's a lot of questions to be asked here. Why did everyone around Grayson trust him so blindly? Why did his father-in-law back him? And since they did do all that, are they to be blamed for his actions as well? But that's hardly the worst of it. Grandmother-in-law to the rescue. With Sean being villainized by the public, his grandmother-in-law came out of hiding to defend him. She wrote an op-ed with the title, "Does anyone care about Sean Grayson's family or what horrifying reality they are dealing with?" And if that had you raising your eyebrows, you're not ready to hear what she actually wrote. She starts off writing, "First to the protesters. What are you protesting? Sean is in jail, charges are filed, trial date to be set, and punishment to be applied. Sean is not going anywhere, so please knock off wearing out your sweat glands. So please take your signs and go home and just be humans, not the amusement or disgust to the public." Of course, people who read the op-ed were pissed. They felt like Butterfield was missing the entire point. People were protesting why Sean was on the force in the first place, even after his history. It's not just about him. It's the fact that he highlights a deeper systemic issue within the police force that needs to be addressed. And then there's also the fact that he took a life. Even if he is placed in handcuffs, that doesn't erase the loss of life.
Nothing like a weak ass bitch and their hypocrisy in their white privilege. Like you could just tell somebody that's protesting to go home. See, we're not only protesting that your weak ass grandson-in-law, Sonya Massey, we're protesting the fact that why was his weak ass on a police force in the first place after having 4 years and 6 jobs under his belt, not to mention the two DUI convictions. You knew about that, right? Yeah, you know about that. That's also part of this protest. He shouldn't have been there in the first place to kill an unarmed black woman.
And then Butterfield goes, "Does anyone care about Sean's family or what horrifying reality they are dealing with? What about his fiance he was to marry in October? She is an innocent young woman who also is unfairly being persecuted. Does anyone care about the destruction of her life? She is left to deal with an emotional death. Sean's future in-law families, a to-be father-in-law who is as close to Sean as a father as can be."
They saved her because the way
sorry for the mishap. I lost power on my phone, so I had to restart it. So I apologize for that. Technology be technologizing. So I know I lost a little bit. I didn't hear all that was said. But basically, with this whole story and what I'm getting from it is that this man had an issue. Hold on. Sorry. I ain't trying to do that. This man had an issue with her previously before this situation even took place. And it really escalated more when she got into a situation with his apparent girl at this facility, which is bad. So this is a conflict of interest. That's why they really on him like that. And yeah, it's real fucked up. It's real fucked up on him. But this should go to show us that, and how he even got into those positions is this. You see how certain ethnic groups stick together, regardless of what? As long as they can help each other get to certain positions and places of business and employment and stuff like that, they will look out for them, regardless of who they are, because they're the same circle of people. This is the one thing that is really fucking us up as a community, in the Black community. We don't do these kind of things on a broad scale. We don't want to see another one of us do better than us. Even if we know that they got the skills and the capacity to do whatever they need to do to get to that situation, that position, you will not help them out. This is the crazy shit behind all this shit, man. Barring the fact that, yeah, what he did was fucked up. He had a history of insubordination and not following instructions and rules and doing what the fuck he wanted to do. That's just what that is. But the fact is that there's still people that's in his circle that will give him certain hookups, that still get in certain positions, is insane. But really not. And I mean that because, okay, who doesn't want a hookup? Who doesn't want a leg up on getting a position or getting to a part in life, and as far as the work field that can help them? I think a lot of us would like to have those situations happen. I think a lot of us would love, we've all, I mean, some of us, I'm quite sure, have dealt with situations where you've actually known someone that was able to give you a hookup to a job or get you in certain situations where you get certain hookups or certain things, stuff like that. So, I mean, it happens across the board. But this situation and this person was totally fucked up. And hopefully he gets whatever he has coming to him. So that was that story. It really got a lot deeper than what the media originally had put out. And of course, the media, the mainstream media, is not putting this news out like this. This is why I like entertaining, independent news streams and media and podcasts and stuff like that. So with that being said, we're going to wrap this up for tonight. I really appreciate all those that has tuned in tonight. I really appreciate the interaction that we've been having. It's been a good one. We're going to wrap this up. And hey, you're right here at the Black Bottom Roscast. I'm your host, Ross Lee. And if you are not subscribed to the page, please go and type in Ross Lee. Not Ross Lee. I'm sorry. Black Bottom Roscast. Type in this, hit the subscribe and the bell button. Yeah, blessings to all y'all. Blessings to my UK people. Y'all be up late, man. Hey, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? For even tuning in right now. And like my man Sinful the P always used to say, God rest his soul. I want you to live as long as you want and never want. As long as you live. Peace out, y'all.
I've waited for quite some time. And I don't know.
Shout out to everybody, man. Y'all be easy. Y'all be safe. See y'all next week. You are here at the Black Bottom Podcast. Love y'all.
So buy me time. Oh, buy me time, baby. Oh, I know it's in the later.
Get you some water. Eat some fruit. Roll you a blunt. Have you a beer. Get you a cocktail. Drink you some juice. Leave them pills alone, for them mugs will kill you. And thank all y'all for the happy birthday wishes. Even though it's Thursday, I won't probably see y'all Thursday, but thank y'all for the love. I appreciate it.
Please don't leave me out.
Oh, also, if y'all not knowing, every Thursday, I'm on London Groove Radio, 2 a.m. to 4 in the morning, Friday mornings, UK time, here in the States, in the US, from 8 to 10 p.m. Tune in. I appreciate all y'all tuning in, y'all.
Still waiting in the late hour. Across the line now.
All you gotta do is just download the app, Groove London Radio. I'm on there every Friday morning in UK time between 2 o'clock in the morning and 4. In the States, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time in the States, you know what it is. You know, we 6 hours apart. But y'all some good ones. Tune in this time.
Am I the meanest? Sure enough. Am I the prettiest? Sure enough. Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town? Sure enough. Well, who am I? Sure enough. Who am I? Sure enough. I can't hear you. Sure enough.
Good night, everybody.